our District 29
From Roman College of Gloucester County,
finalists.
it's the District 29 finals. We now go to the PA announcer, Mark Vogeting, for tonight's introductions.
29-0 this year, 64-2 in his career. Last year he was first in District 29 and fourth in Region 8. From Gateway Regional High School, Dante Menino. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 28-4 this year, 104-45 in his career. He placed 4th 3 years ago, 3rd 2 years ago, and 2nd last year in District 29. He also placed 3rd in Region 8 last year. From Paulsboro High School, Nick Duca. At 113 pounds, he is a freshman and the number 2 seed, 22-8 this year and in his career. From Clearview Regional High School, David McCullough. His opponent is a sophomore and the number 1 seed, 31-1 this year, 65-4 in his career. He was 2nd in District 29 and 4th in Region 8 a year ago. From Gateway Regional High School, Antonio Menino. At 120 pounds, he is a sophomore and the number 2 seed, 25-6 this year, 45-19 in his career. He finished 3rd in this district a year ago. From Clearview Regional High School, Ayush Patel. His opponent is a junior and the number 1 seed, 28-4 this year, 93-21 in his career. He placed 2nd 2 years ago and won District 29 last year. He also was 2nd in Region 8 a year ago. From Paulsboro High School, Anthony Duca. At 126 pounds, he is a freshman and the number 3 seed, 21-9 this year and in his career. From Clearview Regional High School, Brandon Dick. His opponent is a junior and the number 1 seed, 28-2 this year, 77-25 in his career. He finished 3rd in District 29 last year. From West Deptford High School, Dylan Fisher. At 132 pounds, he is a junior and the number 2 seed, 25-6 this year, 39-10 in his career. From Gloucester City High School, Austin Palero. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 30-0 this year, 144-5 in his career. He is a 3-time District 29 champion, a 2-time Region 8 champion. He placed 5th in the state his sophomore year and was 3rd in the state a year ago. From Clearview Regional High School, Zach Firestone. At 138 pounds, he is a freshman and the number 3 seed. 20 wins and 8 losses this year and in his career. From Paulsboro High School, George Worthy. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 30-0 this year, 134-12 in his career. He was 3rd in this district 3 years ago. In 2014, he finished 2nd in District 29 and 3rd in Region 8. Last year, he won District 29, he won Region 8, and finished 3rd in the state. From Clearview Regional High School, Michael Van Brill. At 145 pounds, he is a senior and the number 3 seed. He is 33-0 this year, 98-22 in his career. He was 3rd in this district in both 2013 and 2014, and finished second in this district last year. From Pittman High School, Tyler Bear. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 27-2 this year, 123-19 in his career. He is a 2-time District 31 champion, along with finishing second in 2013. He's a 2-time Region 8 runner-up, along with finishing 4th as a freshman 3 years ago in Region 8. From Clearview Regional High School, Stanley Atkinson. At 152 pounds, he is a senior and the number 3 seed, 24-3 this year, 102 wins, 32 losses in his career. He won District 31 2 years ago while finishing second a year ago. He has placed third in Region 8 each of the last 2 years. From Clayton High School, Dom DeMarco. His opponent is a freshman and the number 1 seed, 27-6 this year and in his career. From Paulsboro High School, Santino Marina. At 160 pounds, he is a junior and the number 2 seed, 28-3 this year, 66-23 in his career. He placed 4th in District 31 as a freshman and 4th here in District 29 a year ago. From Penns Grove High School, Jaquan McPherson. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 31-0 this year, 91-30 in his career. He won District 29 and placed 4th in Region 8 a year ago. From West Deptford High School, Cameron Shields. At 170 pounds, he is a senior and the number 2 seed, 22-5 this year, 63-28 in his career. He is a 2-time District 29 runner-up while placing 4th in Region 8 his freshman year. From Paulsboro High School, Zach Richard. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 29-2 this year, 76-23 in his career. He was second in this district a year ago. From Clearview Regional High School, Henry Eisenhart. At 182 pounds, he is a junior and the number 2 seed, 25-7 this year, 32-11 in his career. From Clayton High School, Skylar McDonald. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 30 wins and 0 losses this year, 78-55 in his career. He was 3rd in this district a year ago. From West Deptford High School, Jason Carter. At 195 pounds, he is a senior and the number 3 seed, 27-6 this year, 52-20 in his career. He was 4th in this district last year. From Clayton High School, Nicholas Lemishuk. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 21-9 this year, 61-25 in his career. He was 3rd in this district 2 years ago while finishing 1st in District 29 and 4th in Region 8 last year. From Clearview Regional High School, John Bonner. At 220 pounds, he is a senior and the number 2 seed, 29-2 this year, 92-33 in his career. He was 2nd in this district 2 years ago while finishing 3rd in District 29 last year. From Gateway Regional High School, Frank Waymiller. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 25-3 this year, 69-43 in his career. He has finished second in District 29 each of the last 2 years. From Clearview Regional High School, Vito Nucci. And at 285 pounds, he is a senior and the number 3 seed, 17-13 this year, 46-41 in his career. From Gateway Regional High School, Griffin Mills. His opponent is a senior and the number 1 seed, 29-3 this year, 59-20 in his career. He placed second in District 29 a year ago. From Clayton High School, Tamoy Clark. Will everyone now please remove all hats, caps, and hoods?
We'll be back with the 113-pound weight class after this timeout. Welcome back to Rowan College at Gloucester County, starting at 113 pounds. And Duca Menino. Oops, I'm sorry, McCullough Menino. And Menino with the quick takedown. I was looking at 106. McCullough, freshman, having a great year for Clearview, 22-8. Menino, unbeaten. Oh, I'm sorry, he has 1 loss. And a 2-0 lead early. John Mondelli with Dean Sizemore. Dean, this thing started early. Caught us off guard, but it's 2-1. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, John, very much. I appreciate you inviting me this year to take over for the seat which has been vacated by Ralph Ross's return to coaching at Deptford High School.
No problem.
This has been an exciting tournament so far, John. I've been here through all the sessions, and a lot of competition, very, very closely contested.
One thing I like is I followed it online, just getting a chance to see live action today. And these Menino brothers, once again for the 2nd straight year, having a great season for Gateway.
Extremely tough on their feet, absolutely. Here you got him countering with like a short arm drag position, and McCullough's trying to go behind him. Can't quite get there. Keeps spinning towards the out of bounds line.
McCullough had an impressive semifinal match, didn't he?
Had a fantastic semifinal match over Gino Duca. Score was 11-0 in that match.
Still 2-1. Menino with the early takedown and escape from McCullough.
Tonight you have Darren Walsh as the head official, assisted by Mark Evans on the mat tonight.
Menino's 2nd in the districts last year, 4th in the regions.
He and his brother both have notched it up a little bit. I understand they wrestle year-round now.
Trying to get a takedown, another takedown.
There's a takedown where you saw the double leg takedown when he spun behind and the hands went on to the mat and the weight was distributed forward. That gives him the 2-point takedown at that point. If he stays true to the way form is when he came in tonight, he rides with that near bar.
Antonio wrestled the same weight class last year, lost a tough 4-2 decision to Anthony Duca, Paulsboro.
McCullough selects the down position to start the 2nd period. Score is 4-1 in favor of Menino.
A reminder, all third place finishers. We will have no presentations.
Out high on that half Nelson, going to throw the crossbody right in there.
After the 120-pound weight class, all third place finishers must be in uniform for award presentations. Again, third place finishers.
He's got to work to turn him on this, John.
Right.
Just the other day, I was listening to a match being broadcast on the Big Ten Network, and the broadcaster was saying, when you put the legs in, you're either a clinger or a cruncher. A lot of kids have become clingers, not really turning their opponents, just using it to gain control into a position.
Now, I might have read you wrong, but I got an impression you're not a fan of the leg wrestling, or you think there should be calls on riding with your legs, or what?
I think that riding with your legs is kind of taking away some of the abilities of the bottom man to get out and escape and make more formative type of opponents out of each other. Got a caution coming. Got a caution. Caution on the top man on red, false start. First caution of the match. You're permitted 2 cautions during the match. On the third one, it begins at the beginning of point, and it never expires. It's 1, 1, 1, 1 for every caution after your second one. You can observe, as I was saying about clinging, he'll throw that deep half, he'll come up and punch the leg in there, and really doesn't get to a point where he's going to turn him or pin him and waiting for the mistake to be made by the bottom man on that.
Halfway through the second period, still a 4-1 lead. Nice job on top by Menino. Riding time. You were telling me also some of the coaches want to bring it back.
Some of the coaches are talking about it. Some of the people in the state level, different competition levels, have been thinking about bringing riding time back in because it's become such an integral part of the sport. It was in when I was in high school and started, and then by the time I graduated, it was gone by that time. What McCullough's got to do here, he's got to get his head up off the mat, and he's got to get his legs out so he can't get the cross-body rides thrown in there so much.
Maybe anticipate the whistle, try and get a quick start.
Yep, he's got him again for another caution, second caution on red.
Ralph Ross told me when he knew a kid had 2 cautions, you can, if you're the bottom guy now, you can definitely anticipate that wrestler because he's going to be cautious on top not to get that third call.
Correct. A lot of times you can beat the whistle on that one too. Right at the whistle you can go.
But Menino, man, he just locks that up tight. McCullough trying all his best to get out. He's got to work his way up on those legs.
Menino's just so tough. He's all over him. Picks up the ankles, drives him forward, takes control again. There he is, got that, what we used to call a Western ride, the leg tied up in the back. He's got the one-on-one. Now he's slipping into a half Nelson as they go to the sideline there. He's just trying to keep them toes on base in.
And 2 seconds left in the second. Menino with the 4-1 lead.
And we head into the third period with Menino with a 4-1 lead over McCullough.
Menino on pace for over 130 wins in his high school career. Those numbers weren't even imaginable back in your day.
Yeah, back in our day, we wrestled 12 or 14 matches a season.
Right, and a lot of and Paulsboro back then had great freshman teams. I mean, great varsity teams. As a freshman, it was hard to even get in the lineup.
Oh, you were fortunate back then to see 2 years varsity a lot of times.
Right. McCullough on top, and Menino gets out, has a 5-1 lead.
Clearview coached by Dave Tomasetti over there in the corner, assisted by Keith Moreland. They just flip-flopped positions last year. They enjoyed it, so they came back the same way this year.
Menino with an 18-1 win in the semis. McCullough, we talked about him, an 11-0 win in his semifinal match.
You're going to see a number of Clearview wrestlers in this tournament tonight. I believe there's 9 in the finals for Clearview.
Yeah, going into this finals, it's a foregone conclusion that Clearview is going to win its second straight District 29 championship.
That is correct. Got a stalemate call. Neither wrestler improving their position. Bring them back and get a fresh start.
I'd like to thank our friends at Atlantic City Electric for helping us out to bring you this year's District 29 and Region 8 final coverage.
You'll notice with both the Menino brothers also, they're excellent in counter shots. If you take a shot and you start to come up and you're relaxed just a little bit and you're not on top of your game, they're coming right in underneath of you.
Look at Menino there.
Beautiful cross knee dump.
Wow.
Beautiful. Stepped over that back leg, secured the takedown. He's up 7-1 with 35 seconds left in the third period.
Putting on a clinic.
There he is, back with that hard half and crotch ride. Out to the side, he blocks him with his knee.
You know, as impressive as McCullough was, that goes to show you how good Menino is.
Oh, absolutely. He's just a cut above right now in this district. There's no doubt about that.
And he'll win his first district championship. 7-1 win.
So in that 113-pound weight class, you finished with Menino in first, McCullough in second, and Gino Duca from Paulsboro did come back to take the third place, so he'll move on to regions also.
Now we got 120 pounds, Patel and Duca. Anthony Duca, a second place finish as a freshman. Then he gets the early takedown. Finished first last year.
You have Mark Evans moving from the assistant official's position to the head official, with Guy Moriella coming on as the assistant.
Duca, a junior. Patel, a sophomore.
One point for the escape. The official allowed that to go to see if there was any other kind of action that would have caused it to have a greater point value.
Patel coming in 25-6. 28-4 for Duca. Duca with 93 career wins. Gets that leg again. And the takedown.
Now it's called a spear double. You go in, spear to double with your head into the gut area, and then you just chop behind both knees.
Last year, 120 pounds, Zach Firestone knocked off Joey Perez, pinned him in 1 minute 15 seconds. I think Firestone, finished third in the state last year.
That is correct. And he's back this year. Most of the season's been ranked as #1 wrestler in his weight class when the rankings came out in the state of New Jersey.
4-2.
28 seconds in the first period.
It's like a law firm out there. Duca Wrestling. His dad, the coach, his uncle, his cousin, I should say. The other coach.
That is correct. Joey Duca has come back from Indiana University and is helping with the Paulsboro coaching staff. I think the coaches that have been there for so long have gotten a little bit old and not quite as able on the mats at all times, but Joey's bringing a new situation into the room with his age and his abilities and his knowledge. Period ends with Duca on top with a score of 4-2.
Packed crowd, Dean. Are we getting too big for this gym?
I said that Friday night, as a matter of fact, John, when I looked around.
And I guess the question is, what's the alternative?
Rowan College, maybe.
Rowan University.
Rowan University.
I guess. Duca starts on the bottom. Patel trying to hold him down.
Duca hit a little move there called a gazzoni. When a person's draped over top of the shoulder, you do a turnout on it. It's called a gazzoni. He comes out for the 1-point escape.
5-2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Duca take a real quick shot here. Oh, Patel comes with it.
Gets in tight now. Trying to lift him. Takedown again, 7-2. He's tough on his feet.
Technically, Anthony is one of the most sound wrestlers that you're going to find on the entire Paulsboro team. His technique is extremely good. He works very hard at it. Very dedicated wrestler. Takes him out of bounds. Fresh start.
1:12 left in the second. They go back to the center. 7-2 lead Duca. I guess at this point where Clearview's got the team title wrapped up, you're not going to see Duca try and let him go and go for more bonus points because it doesn't really mean anything right now, right?
I would think that's correct. They've probably had a team meeting and talked about it and said, go out there and win if you can. That's the best thing right now you can do. This is a big contest from the dual meet where Clearview beat Paulsboro this year. Packed house. Very, very loud crowd there. Clearview, I believe, has a number of seniors in the lineup this year. Consequently, Paulsboro has a number of freshmen, so it's a big difference in maturity-wise and everything of that nature. But Clearview clearly was a very good poised team that night. Took it to them.
I will say, though, that if you look at some of these lightweights for Clearview, they're going to make some noise. But Patel, Dick, McCullough.
That's for sure. There's no doubt about that happening. Another caution here. Top man red. False start. Johnny, you aware if Patel wrestled in this district last year?
And he did, and I can get you that info in a second.
Duca riding tough. You see what they have commonly called a claw move. Picks him up, takes him back to the mat.
Patel finished third last year.
So he's at least stepped up one place this year if he doesn't take down first place. We got Duca on top going into the third period. Patel just took the bottom position. Duca's leading 7-2 going into the third period.
Joe Duca on the left, Dean Duca on the right.
Duca's got that one-on-one ride secured pretty tightly in there. He's rolled the knuckles tight against the thigh. He's trying to pick that ankle. As long as he stays out there to the side with that one-on-one, very rarely will you ever look for a stall call out there. Comes back behind, he secures the tight waist. Constant forward pressure by Anthony Duca at this point.
113-pound.
Got a minute left in this third period. Duca in control, 7-2. He's putting the Duca's looking to possibly try to get a tilt there. Get 2 cheap points, can't get it or out of bounds.
Keith Morlam and Dave Tomasetti. Tomasetti, a former state champion in New Jersey. Look at that shot. You see just Paul Marina just sitting on the floor relaxing. That's interesting, huh?
Very interesting, that's for sure.
I don't get to do that too much.
I talked to Dave Tomasetti last year, and we got to be pretty good friends while he was wrestling and everything. And through the years, we've stayed in touch with each other. I watched him go through college and everything. It was quite interesting to talk to him about how the kids have bought into his thinking on the mat, how to wrestle, work out, all seasons.
Looking for some back points.
He's got the tilt coming. He had a couple 1 counts and no points.
Going to wrap it up, though. 6 seconds left. Nice job on top. 7-2 win, Duca.
Anthony Duca just did a very nice job of that situation.
At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the awards presentation area.
We're going to have the place winners come out at 106.
113, John.
I'm sorry, yeah, I forgot. We started 113. And when they go out, you can just tell us. Look at the screen. Tell us who we're looking at.
Okay, in third place, you're going to have Gino Duca from Paulsboro High School. In second place, you will have David McCullough from Clearview. And this year's district champion will be Antonio Menino from Gateway Regional High School. Three very tough wrestlers this year to place in the 113-pound weight class. I think going down to the regions, you may see some of them on the podium down there even. Very, very good people up there on that podium.
What a great first 2 seasons for Menino. Want to keep it going as we see the place winners as we get ready for 126 pounds. I talked about those lightweights for Clearview. The number 3 seed, Brandon Dick, 21-9 for Clearview. His opponent, Dylan Fisher, the number 1 seed, is a junior, 28-2 this year, 77-25 for his career. And here we go.
And Brandon made his way here to the finals with a fall in 4:45 of the quarterfinals. The semifinals today in with a score of 9-2 coming in. So
Fisher, I'm going to say Fisher last year finished third at 120.
Fisher made his way in with a fall in 31 seconds, then a tech fall of a score of 15-0 in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. On the mat, the head official is Guy Moriella, assisted by Ron Roberts.
Clearview, the state runner-up in Group 4, had a nice season, losing to St. Augustine, Delsey, and then in the final to Phillipsburg. That Phillipsburg team, they poured on in tournament time.
Phillipsburg's getting healthy also, just in time for the districts, regions, cranking it up for the states. Brandon Dick trying a little throw by there. He's got a crotch lock.
Nice job by Dick to try and counter that.
He's got control of that far ankle. He's got to, but you got Fisher that's got a block on him too with the inside leg. There he is, squared his hips back up. He's sprawling. There it is, out of bounds.
No score, 35 seconds left. Period number 1.
That's a huge difference that's come about in wrestling in the last 4 to 5 years. The funk wrestling where they grab the ankles and roll and almost gator roll it. There he is, deep cross-grain single, picks it up. You can see Dick with the crotch lock there again also. He's giving a 2-point takedown there. There's control, locked over the leg in the back. Cross face.
So Fisher up 2-0. And time running out here in the first period. 2-0 lead for Fisher.
Fisher's a junior.
Brislow and Scannell on the West Deptford side.
And Brandon Dick is a freshman, as you said.
Tall kid, isn't he?
They're both pretty tall individuals.
I mean, of course, to me, everybody's tall.
120 award winners. Please report to the awards presentation area. Again, 120-pound award winners.
Brandon's riding that one-on-one wrist, tight waist. Fisher's trying to gain hand control there so he can come up. Very important with that hand control. Brandon goes down and picks the one leg.
There's the reversal, 4-0.
I think you're seeing a little experience here. That was a very experienced move that Dylan did at that point from West Deptford. He went down and back cut him with his hand on behind the knee. They have taken it out of the sport of wrestling where you're allowed to back cut with your leg, but you're still permitted to reach down with your hand and arm and cut from behind the knee.
I do want to mention that somewhere in this 26, 32-pound weight class, Paulsboro thought they'd have Joey Perez available, but just got injured during the season, could never overcome that injury. Came back for the team and was one of the key reasons that they beat Kittatinny in the state Group 1 title, and he'll be back next year.
Very true. From what I understand, Joey had a meniscus tear and had a slight operation on it going a couple weeks before the groups. Decided that the doctor cleared him just for that one match, and he came back and wrestled. And as you say, saved the team 3 points, 3 valuable points as it comes down.
Oh, look at this now. Fisher putting on a show. Back points here. Oh, he's got him tight. He's got him tight. That's it. Oh.
A fall.
Dylan Fisher, his first
3 minutes and 43 seconds. 3 minutes, 43 seconds.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Back at Rowan College of Gloucester County District 29 finals. Now the state place winners at 120 pounds, Dean.
120, you had third place, David Ott from Gloucester. Second place, you had Ayush Patel from Clearview Regional and Anthony Duca from Paulsboro High School, finishing first.
Okay, 132 pounds. Zach Firestone going for his 4th district title. The only one in this tournament going for the 4th district title. He's going against Austin Palalo of Gloucester. And Firestone, 144 career wins.
Now wrestling.
3rd in the state last year. Oh, listen to this, lost his first dual meet of his high school career, has never lost a dual meet since. Only in the tournament.
That is some statistic, that's for sure. You have Zach Firestone that made his way in here through a bye on the first round, received a forfeit walkover in the second round, pinned his opponent in 38 seconds in the 3rd round, and here we are in the finals.
Already has a takedown.
Austin Palero made it in here with a victory from the 2nd seed, won a bye, had a fall in 121 and a fall in 3 minutes and 13 in the semis.
Of course, Firestone last year wrestled at 120 and won the title. This weight class's teammate Mike Van Brill was the winning wrestler.
Which we will see up next. Firestone releases him, gives him the escape for 1. Feels very comfortable on his feet, that's for sure. Ron Roberts has moved into the head official, being assisted by Darren Walsh. Zach Firestone in on a deep single, switches off to the opposite leg. Couldn't complete it. Austin Perillo with a very good counter on him.
2-1. Firestone the last couple of years had been in some real battles with Darcy of Holy Spirit, state title last year. He's been through the wars.
That's correct.
Trying to get another takedown here on the line, trying to bring his
Working at the
man
edge of the
back
mat.
in. Did he get it? He
There's
got
2.
it. 4-1.
Right there you saw an excellent job by Firestone, mat awareness, pulling him in, diving back in, securing both legs with his feet staying in bounds.
I mentioned this during the Paulsboro Clearview dual meet, and I'm almost positive, but my mind's been going lately. But I think he was the deciding win when he wrestled as a freshman at Paulsboro when Clearview defeated Paulsboro for the first time his freshman year. It went down to him, I believe. And that's no pressure for a freshman, right?
None whatsoever, right. We got about 15 seconds left in this period. Firestone's up by a score of 4-1. He's cranking bar arm and parallel legs.
He'll get some back
Trying
points
to
before
get
the end of the
points.
period. Nothing yet. Maybe he won't get back points.
5 seconds.
And he won't get back points. We go to the second period, 4-1.
126-pound award winners.
Red's choice, he defers. Zach Firestone selects bottom for the second period, leading 4-1.
Again, 126-pound medalists. Please report to the award.
Oh, look at that.
If you notice what
That's
he did
trouble.
there, John, if you notice what he did a toe block and elevated the band right to his back.
Oh.
Came right up on
Oh
top.
my, that's it.
A fall.
14 seconds into the second period, 2 minutes, 14 seconds.
2 minutes and 14.
4-time district champion, Zach Firestone.
132 pounds, winner by fall, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. The
Looks like what, the 21st 4-time district champion in District 29 history. First one since 2012.
We're going to have the 126-pound weight class introductions coming up shortly. You have in 3rd place Tim Sparks from Gateway. In 2nd place, you have Brandon Dick from Clearview Regional, and you have Dylan Fisher from West Effort winning this tournament by a fall in the finals.
Actually, that's the first champion since 2013-14 season, John Van Brill. We get ready for 138 pounds. George Worthy, 20-8, a freshman for Paulsboro. And his opponent, 30-0, 134-12 for his career. Returning district champ, Mike Van Brill. Van Brill already set to go to Rutgers to join his brother John, who's there. His brother John was a 4-time district champ. Worthy for Paulsboro, a nice comeback win in his semifinal match over Skidmore of Clayton. But look at Van Brill.
Michael's a very, very polished wrestler, that's for sure. He has one goal in mind this year. He wants to accomplish it any way possible he has to do. Michael got here by way of a bye through the first round. He had a fall in 51 seconds in the second round, a fall in the semifinals at 2:34. Facing George Worthy from Paulsboro High School. George got here via a bye. Major decision 10-0. Tiebreaker 6-5, period.
One thing I learned about watching Worthy wrestle Van Brill in the dual meet is he's not scared. It's just he lacks that experience. I mean, you see Van Brill just, man, he gets right on that leg. Look at, he was trying for 5 there, 2 and 3, or he was probably trying for the 6 to get the pin, but tried to grab that head as he had the leg. He doesn't have the takedown.
Michael does that because he's so long. He can take that leg and grab that head.
Work his way up. He got the 2.
As you said, in the dual meet season, George Worthy did not back off from Van Brill. Crowd thinks it's a little unnecessary activity outside the circle after the whistle.
Last year, 138-pound champion Vinny Ferretti of Gateway over Tyler Bear of Pittman, who, by the way, is undefeated, and we're going to see next.
Yeah, Tyler dropped the weight class this year. Coming into the districts, he was supposed to come in at 52 and made a decision to go down to 145.
4-2 score. Van Brill trying to get another takedown. Still plenty of time in period number 1. Got the takedown. Got the 2.
Awarded the takedown.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, back points. Two back, 8-2.
Worthy being a freshman, you can see the difference in the level here of competition. I think there's a bright future for George if he just stays together and gets motivated.
And Van Brill goes on a lot of tournaments on the off season, and
well, you got the historic value of the Van Brill entire family behind you, that's for sure. Myself, I wrestled with Hans Van Brill in college at Temple University.
Saw Hans here sometimes on the Clearview side earlier today. Reminded him it's pool season coming up pretty soon.
And he probably smiled.
Nah, I think he wants a little more of a break. I think it was the opposite. Either that or tired of seeing me in the store. I don't know. Anyway, period ends. 8-2 lead for Van Brill. He, most of the season, ranked number 1. He got Griffith from Bergen Catholic, who just came back. I mean, you've been out the whole season. Even though Griffith's a returning state champion, I mean, I don't know. Is it easy to get back into the swing of things?
Not really. It depends what you were out for also. What
Right.
kind of injury? Was it academics? Was it illness?
Yeah, that was
Whatever
definitely an
it might
injury.
be. That's a nice little move there that Michael Van Brill used. He just pivots up with that inside leg.
Almost like that was like the easiest escape I think I've ever seen.
This is a position right here that
9-2.
Michael's in now, that he could throw from that very easily.
Bang. 2 more. 11-2. You like we talked about this, the college rules on the line. Of course, you said the mats are too small. A lot of the schools would need bigger mats, but
Right.
you can pin a guy.
Out of bounds.
Yeah.
In high school, but not out of bounds in college. As long as one toe is inside the line, it's still active wrestling.
It's 11-2 now. It's 11-3.
Guts seemed to make it 11-3. I think in the dual meet, Michael just probably took him a little bit too late, and George just
maybe in the
kinda
first 10
surprised.
seconds. It was a wake-up call in the first 10 seconds, and then Van Brill said, whoa.
George is a very hard worker. He's going to go a long way.
Oh, look at
also.
that. Look at that. That's lights out. Lights out. Pin. Second district title for Mike Van Brill. Clearview with 2 firsts, 2 seconds so far. And the third of their three-headed monster, or what do you call them, murderer's row?
Well, that's what they've termed themselves, I guess, or someone within these 3 individuals have determined that they are called the Murderers Row. Firestone, Van Brill, and then, of course, Atkinson, who came in from Kingsway High School this year.
Actually came into the South Jersey, or actually the state tournament last week unbeaten, lost twice on Sunday. His only 2 losses. Last year at 145, Mickey Cross of Paulsboro was a champion. And of course Atkinson wrestled last year
in see
District 31.
The 3 awards at the 132-pound class. You have Kametsky from Deptford in 3rd place. In 2nd place, you have Polarillo. And in 1st place, Zach Firestone, winning his 4th District 29 championship.
Atkinson, a 2-time District 31 champion, 2nd District 31 as a freshman, 2 seconds and a 4th in regions, 123 career wins. Bear 33-0. You said we originally thought he was going to go 152 here.
Correct. We have the announcer's sheet, and we have Bear at 33-0, and Atkinson at 27-2. What the announcer read in the opening. That was coming into the tournament, John. They've wrestled since then, so the records are just off by a match or something. Atkinson with a very good penetrating double, drove all the way through it, turned his man to the inside of the circle, and finished with a takedown.
Right. Not updated on this sheet, is it?
Bear captured that leg trying to come in. As we know, Stanley Atkinson got here through a bye in the 1st round, a fall of 149, and an 8-3 decision into the semis. Tyler Bear came in with a bye, a fall in 58 seconds, and a fall in 1 minute 47 seconds. Stanley Atkinson is another one of those guys that likes to shoot the legs when he can. He's another clinger that will wear you down until he gets the opportunity to turn you.
Bear won by fall. Atkinson, an 8-3 decision. Seeing Bear this weekend, we don't get to see Pittman too much. What impressed you about him?
I just think he's never out of the match. He just continues to go on and on and on all the time. Stanley Atkinson getting back points here.
Yeah. Stole a couple points at the bell. Smith and Smith. Got a lot of Duca, Smith and Smith in the corners for here.
Yeah, the brothers over there in the corner for Pittman. Takes the neutral position, excuse me. 4-0 starting the 2nd period. Atkinson again with a deep double, lifts him from the mat, takes him right to his back. No point. Gets the takedown only. Scoops that leg. Watch the leg coming in. Bear defends it by elbowing into his groin area and stops that leg from coming in. He's now got the arm trapped. He's looking to crank that half Nelson again. He's got a deep leg around the body.
Yeah. So what's the? How do you break a or hold when the wrestler's got his legs in. Don't let him get to that point to begin with, obviously.
Right there, if the man's not turning you, the official's got to step in and call a stalemate. It's a real difficult situation. I lost 2 times in the Christmas tournament down at the Blue Hen at the University of Delaware when I was in college to a guy from Montclair State, and he threw the legs, and I just could not break the legs. There he is with a deep half again. Atkinson's muscling him over. Looks like Atkinson's cranked it up for this final tonight. Let me tell you, he's on a mission out here right now. He's all over the top of Mr. Barra right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him letting up anytime soon. Still got another period to go. Bear trying to get one at the end of the period. He got it. Wow.
As I told you, Tyler will not stop. Going into the third period, it's 6-1 in favor of Stan Atkinson.
Dave Smith's the head coach, Dave in the orange. Of course, Dave was wrestled 103 pounds for Paulsboro, had a great career at Paulsboro.
Finished third in the state that year. There's Stanley, constant movement, here he comes. Trying to hit the switch,
Got
and
it.
finally gets it on the third attempt.
Reversal, 8-1.
And he's got that deep reinforced half Nelson in. He's got body scissors in. You can really punish an opponent with those scissors. What is it?
No back points.
He's got those legs, parallel legs in there again. He's got him broken flat on the mat. He's working and cranking on that one-on-one on the far side. He's going to look to try to take it onto his back.
It was a nice technical match after seeing Firestone and Van Brill.
Stalemate call there with 47 seconds left in the third period. Atkinson up 8-1.
Those wrestling shoes look like Kingsway colors.
Ah, how about that? Another caution coming to the top man. Maybe he's saying thank you to the Kingsway people and staff for having him around for so many years, and just made the decision to end up at Clearview because of some personal situations, from what I understand.
All Atkinson in this one, 8-1, 30 seconds left. Actually saw him peek up at the clock just now.
It's tough when you come in as Tyler Barrett from Pittman at a 33-0 tournaments. Just eat you alive when you come in here and meet competition so tough. And it only gets better here on out.
Atkinson now picking up his 30th win. 30 wins, 2 losses for the season as he gets ready for next week at Egg Harbor Township.
Coming up, we're going to look at the 138-pound weight class award winners. You will have in third place Dylan Skidmore from Clayton. In second place will be George Worthy from Paulsboro. And in first place, this year's District 29 champion, Michael Van Burl from Clearview Regional High School.
And we get ready for 152 pounds as we look at those place winners at 138. the number 1 seed, a freshman from Paulsboro, Santino Marina, 28-6. He'll go up against Dom DeMarco, 25-3.
Some people have said this was the toughest weight class in this tournament.
Yeah, it was 4 tough wrestlers. Somebody had to lose out. DeMarco finished first in 2014, second in 2015 while at Delsea High School. Matter of fact, the last 2 years, third, and that Delsea lineup was so tough this year. And now he found his way over to Clayton and Marina, who is the son of Carmel Marina.
And again, you got brothers, Marina and Marina, coaching on the bench over there. The breakdown this year, John, in the finals is 16 seniors made it to the finals, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 4 freshmen.
DeMarco with a 2-0 win in his semifinal match. Marina 2-1. Both low-scoring matches.
The top seed Marina came in with a bye and then a fall in the second round of 3 minutes and 24 seconds. In the semis, as you said, a decision 2-1. DeMarco came with a bye, a fall in 104, and in the semis, a decision of 2-0.
Senior against a freshman here.
Appears to be a big difference in the structure of the physique out there when you look at an 18-year-old senior compared to a 14 or 15-year-old freshman.
DeMarco in on the leg. You see Marina trying to fight it off.
Of course, Santino's father, Carmel Marina, the sheriff for Gloucester County.
Just a takedown for DeMarco. He's up 2-0. Last year at 152, Cameron Shields of West Deptford defeated Henry Eisenhart of Clearview 5-2. We'll see both of those wrestlers a little later on. Actually, both of them are number 1 seeds in their weight classes this year. Matter of fact, we'll see Shields next.
You see DeMarco out there riding that one-on-one out to the side. Real tough ride to get away from when you got that one-on-one. Now he's got the half. They'll look to stack him over and turn him, but that's a go. Santino to his feet, returned by DeMarco.
DeMarco doing a nice job not giving up that 1 point late, and he'll take a 2-0 lead into the second. Paul and Carmel Marina. Paul finished second in the state his senior year. Carmel state champion, so. And by the way, I wonder where that win last week, Paulsboro winning that state Group 1 title, ranks on Paul's most exciting moments as a coach. I mean, I'm sure that Phillipsburg will always be special and be number 1, but I would think that win against Kittatinny had to be one of the most, I don't know what you would call it, but it was a nice win. I mean, just the way Paulsboro came back. What were they down, like 24-2?
4-2, I believe it was. This knee brace that DeMarco's got on, it seems as though it's malfunctioning once again. It can be determined special equipment, could be an injury timeout to repair it and fix it if they have to. I would imagine what the officials will do is force them to tape it so it stops falling apart.
Right. One thing I see, DeMarco being tough on top. And you being the former official and the expert, I mean, you tell us, you know, is he doing enough on top?
Well, the attempt on the top has to be to turn your opponent. So far, he's been out to the side with the bars.
Right there he is.
He's got the half in right now. That's a full Nelson. Even though he's clasped on top of the other hand, it
Penalty
still
point.
is a full Nelson. It's an illegal hold. It's 1 point.
So it's 2-1 now. So it's really crucial for Marina to get out here. working on that knee brace.
And that's what you got Paul Marinick over there questioning Ron Roberts about it
And
being.
they're going to tape it up.
But it's considered to be special equipment. If it's special equipment, it may be charged as an injury time. At this point, they've determined as officials not to charge the injury time. We'll give them the chance to tape it up and see what happens with it. That's the same thing as with the head covers. The head cover rule changed this year, where the head covers now, if you have long hair, you have to have it attached to the headgear, completely attached to the headgear.
Now we have some questions going on at the scorer's table.
It's 2-1. It's a neutral position.
If you're Marina, do you want neutral?
No,
I mean, you haven't been able to get out, but
it was not a neutral. It's my fault.
Okay, I was
it
gonna
was
say.
a full Nelson. The illegal hold that gave them 1 point.
caution.
Caution on red bottom man. DeMarco's just physically beating up on him right now out there as far as trying to get away from him. Even though the score is only 2-1, Santino hasn't been able to clear his hips with hand control and make the move. Little sit out turn in by Santino. DeMarco's right on the cover of the back leg.
DeMarco, 102 wins in his career.
There's an escape.
Now we're tied at 2.
2-2. Both these wrestlers will be going down to Region 8, which will begin on Wednesday night, I'm sure. Santino Marina with a deep cross-grain single. DeMarco sprawling. Got a crotch block on him. Can't penetrate any further.
6 seconds. DeMarco will have his choice in the third. Marina tries one more time for the takedown. They go to the third, tied at 2. Blood timeout, injury timeout, something with his eye, maybe his contact.
Yeah, he lost contact twice in the match earlier today. Do not get charged injury time when you look for a contact or find it and put it in a rather short period of time. Santino Marino on top, goes for the cross wrist ride. He's got the 2-on-1, trying to front heel trip him. Takes him back to the mat. DeMarco back up to his feet.
Here we go. 3-2. Got to wrestle on your feet now. Wrestle for a takedown. DeMarco up by a point.
If you notice, you got fingers tied up out there, right there. That could be considered a stall move, possibly. In college, they say fingers, you have to release it or they break it for a stalemate. Santino again tries to drop in with that cross-grain single. He's not getting the penetration though on his initial shot. He's dropping straight down with it. Marco's kind of bracing on that one shoulder. He's looking to maybe toss him when he comes up. There it is. He tried to throw him. Got a deep underhook. .50 seconds left. DeMarco is up 3-2.
Neither wrestler have been hit for a stall, so that doesn't come into play right here.
Nope, only thing we've had is a caution so far. You see DeMarco's head position with the underhook. See where he's buried that head into the.
There's a stall warning against DeMarco. I'm a little surprised at that.
Well, not really, John. What you're looking at, he's got an underhook and he buried his head into the shoulder, and he's not actually trying to take the man to the mat.
Dan Antonelli a little surprised.
See if he goes back. There's the underhook. You see the head buried once again?
Right.
It's called blocking, what it is. That's actually a good position to try a takedown from, but he fails to do so. Santino shoots again, but he just can't finish it off.
Time running out.
Another underhook.
DeMarco gets the takedown. He'll get the last 2 points. 5-2.
DeMarco, winner, 5-2.
Second district title, one in each district. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
There you go, John. You have your place winners for 145 pounds. You have Scott from Pensgrove in third, Tyler Bear from Pittman in second, and Stanley Atkinson from Clearview, the champion this year in our District 29 final. Stanley an 8-1 winner in the final.
Okay, getting ready for 160 pounds. We have the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed, McPherson of Pensgrove. Shields, who was the champ last year at 152 pounds, now wrestling at 160 from West Deptford. 33-0 for Shields, 30-3 for McPherson.
In the semifinals today, when McPherson met Anthony Marina from Paulsboro, he threw one of the most beautiful hip tosses I've ever seen in wrestling to take Anthony Marina right to his back, although Anthony ended up out of bounds. He hit it so fast and so smooth.
Shields is a senior, McPherson junior.
And Shields got here via the bye in the first round, a fall in 1 minute and 38 seconds in the semifinals, in the quarters, and a tech fall in 5 minutes and 8 seconds with a score of 15-0 in the semis.
Last year, Ed Lankowski at Clearview over Jared Lay, 7-2 for the title at 160.
Shields needs to secure the other leg. You see McPherson doing a split right there.
Bring him in, Cameron. Bring him in.
Oh my,
Actually,
how about that?
Attempted the headlock.
Love a lot of action, Vogue.
Shields contended. Shields defended it.
What that oh my for Vogue there?
Yes, sir. Once again, you got that leg inside there. It's very, very difficult to get that leg down.
I think a lot of people are anticipating Janser of Delsey and Shields of West Deptford next week in the region final. A lot of wrestling between now and then.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. When you get to that region level, there is nothing that you can expect not to happen. Shield trying to work a cross face there. McPherson is just pulling that arm down underneath. That could be considered a stall move if he doesn't do anything with it. Shields high legs over. Can't quite turn him over to his back.
Well, that one move woke the crowd up for a little bit.
Yes, it did. I think Shields was aware that he could do a good hip toss and throw. And when he started it, he countered it by flattening himself out and countered it very nicely. Ending the first period with a 2-0 score with Shields leading. Red has choice and defers. Cameron will take the bottom to start the second period. Anthony Marina from Paulsboro came back to beat Tony Prosperi in the consolation round to take third place. Shields out in 3 seconds with a stand up and escape.
3-0.
Deep cross grain single.
Try and bring him back in, trip him, get the takedown.
There he brings him back again.
Got it. Nice
Got it.
move by
Nice
Shields.
move.
Beautiful.
A lot of wrestlers get that leg up there. They don't know what to do with it. Obviously, Cameron has been well trained in it, well schooled in it, knows exactly how to take the man back to the mat.
From Cleveland Regional High School, Henry Eisenhart. From Paulsboro, Jack Richards. All award winners at 152 pounds. Please report
Cameron's got a
to
deep half. The official's looking at it for being potentially dangerous and stops it. Stops it as a potentially dangerous.
At 152 pounds. Please.
Just over a minute left here in the second. 5-0 lead. Pennsgrove in this district. Kind of an interesting choice to be in District 29.
Correct, but they have a nice showing for themselves
Right.
tonight. That's for sure.
Next Clearview guy on the left there, on the Pennsgrove bench.
Steve Torrey.
Ah,
Cameron's got a deep, deep bar arm. Gets out to the side there. He's going to try to run it. Goes back to reset. McPherson's blocking. Now Cameron's got the bar and he's got the one-on-one on the far side. He's got to take that straight across, not forward. That's what you probably have the official out there reminding him of.
I hope I don't jinx Shields here, but I can never see him being called for a stall warning in this match. Constantly moving side to side, trying to work for a pin.
He does exactly what the official's looking for. Once he's got the bar, once he's got the half, whatever it might be, he's out to the side. There he goes, shoots the half and he jumps to the side.
Peeks at the clock.
Got the underhook, got the one. There it is. McPherson's choice here going into the third period. He selects the down position.
I was going to say, what do you think? You think he'd pick neutral, but I guess not. I was thinking he might go neutral just because Shields was so tough on top.
As coach just mentioned to him, you should have taken neutral. A lot of wrestlers do not look at the corner. The coach is what's going to make the corner the choice for you. And that's what he's there for. Shields, once again, very tough with that leg ride.
Oh, look
There's
out.
that half area. He's out to the side.
Oh, he's got plenty of time. He can just, here we go. Oh, McPherson, nice job.
Now see how McPherson's arm rotated forward there on that?
I thought McPherson was ready to go
That's
over.
it. Makes it potentially dangerous. Ron Roberts right on top of that action, stopping it before he gets an injury. Caution on green on top. False start. There's Cameron again with that bar arm, man. He is so tough with that. Technically sound wrestler. He's been working for many years to get to this position.
Looking for his second title. Fourth in the regions last year. Obviously hoping to make that trip to Atlantic City. Shields does not want to give up that point. Brings McPherson right back down.
Got the crossbody ride. He's looking to take the forearm, put it behind his head.
All award winners.
I think McPherson is saying that I have a tiger by the tail.
I see him working the legs. He's all over the place, Shields. A little bit of everything.
Got that half Nelson
Try
again.
again. He tried last time. Couldn't quite get it.
See how he's up on his toes, no knees on the mat? What forward pressure that is. That is really tough. Got 20 seconds left. Dave Shields up 5-0 in the third. Still working, looking to try to get points here.
Clock's winding down. Shields is going to get his second district title. Shutout this time. West Deptford's on the verge of possibly winning 3 titles tonight. They got 2.
The 2016 District 29 champion,
34-0 now.
Joined by decision 5-0, Cameron Shields of West Deptford. Welcome to the attention to the women's presentation area. Making the awards at 152 pounds, Vice President of the Board of Education.
Get ready for the place winners at 152. Wrestlers at 170 are coming out.
At 152, you had Lee from Clayton take third place. You had Santino Marina from Paulsburg take second, and Dom DeMarco from Clayton finishing this year as the champion with a 5-2 decision.
Meanwhile, at 170 pounds, we have Zach Richard of Paulsboro, Henry Eisenhart of Clearview. Eisenhart finished second last year at 152. His teammate Joe Sindoni defeated Zach Richard 2-0 last year in the final at this weight class. So Richard making his second straight trip against the West Deptford wrestler. Finished second as a freshman, second as a junior in districts, and fourth as a freshman at Region 8.
Sorry, John, but Eisenhart is from Clearview, not West Deptford.
Yeah, it must be that green that got me. That's what the problem is. I'm making a lot of mistakes with Eisenhart the last few weeks.
I think this can be a very interesting match. Very interesting.
Are you saying different from last time?
I
Eisenhart dominated that match.
think that for whatever reason, Zach has opened up a lot more. He never even had that much movement that he's already displayed in the first 25 seconds here before in the previous match.
Caution on Paulsboro.
I was joking with John Marinello, the athletic director from over at Clearview Regional High School, if he's ever been there a year when there was not an Eisenhart that he knew or come through the school or whatever it might be.
Seems like there's been a lot, huh?
Excellent, yes, and an outstanding family, excellent people. I know them personally. We attend church together. Henry and I see each other every Sunday. So it's very exciting to see good people coming through the systems all the time.
On the line, we go out, we go back to the center, 114. Quick moving district. We're already at 170. Of course, now the truck's all yelling at me, thinking I'm jinxing them. They got exciting plans tonight.
Zach Richards in with a cross-grain single. Henry Eisenhart fighting it off. He does successfully with the underhook.
Big man from the state here tonight, huh? Howie O'Neill.
Yeah, Howie's been getting phone calls all throughout the tournament. Starting on Friday night, he had calls. He had calls this afternoon. I was sitting with him this afternoon as we were talking, and phone kept ringing. Different questions and problems around the state that he addresses all the time. So we also had a couple of visitors from the State Officials Association down here earlier today.
For a special, any specific reason or no?
From what I understand, they're touring a number of the southern districts, observing officials, officiating techniques, positioning, because you're being ranked throughout the state nowadays as an official.
Okay.
I'm actually the Region 7 and 8 coordinator for the evaluations. They all send them to me, and I forward them on to the state. As I pointed out last time I was on here with you, they all have numbers, and they're all evaluated via the numbers on their backs.
Here we go.
Zach
Final 10 seconds here in the first period, no score.
Zach's taken a number of shots, been counted very well by Henry. Henry had one decent shot, counted by Zach.
And we'll go to the second.
0-0 first period. Eisenhart wins the toss and selects bottom.
There's always a big deal, by the way, in a scoreless match. You never know what could happen in overtime.
Never a big deal in my mind. If you get the toss and it's a 0-0 match, you must take down.
Correct. I've seen, and I'm sure you have, where it hasn't happened that way.
Oh, many times.
Scratch my head.
Yep, many times. I cannot understand it because going into overtime and not getting the choice is a big difference whenever it comes down to it.
That's the fourth time Zach Richard got on that leg and could not finish.
Yeah.
What is Eisenhart doing to stop it, or what isn't Richard doing to finish?
Well, Zach's really not picking the leg up properly, and Eisenhart is ripping his arms up off the leg. So consequently, the grip is weakened.
So another caution on Richard. Next one's a point, right?
That is correct.
Tight match. That could be a factor. 1-0 right
Big
now
match,
in favor
big
of Eisenhart.
Big calls because you consider that if it stays the same, Zach Richards is going to go down next period. Deep shot, deep outside single. 2-point
Got the two,
takedown.
3-0. We had a chance to interview Eisenhart after the Paulsboro match. He just went into that match confident. He was telling us he thought in his mind he would win the match. And obviously you have to go into that with that approach. But
all the years of my coaching, John, I had a saying, if you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. The other thing, Henry, this year is wrestling pretty much at natural weight. And talking to his mother, she was very happy that he didn't have to cut weight this year too much. Got a minute left in the second period. Eisenhart on top, 3-0.
another thing, if you look at Eisenhart, he looks the same when the match started to now. Doesn't look out of breath, looks composed.
Well, I think he's in top shape, that's for sure. Like I said, Tomasetti has really turned up a notch over there at Clearview with their conditioning, training, weight rooms, running, maybe even the dieting and everything.
Richard trying to get one, possibly two.
If Eisenhart comes up off the mat with that leg, that's a potentially dangerous call.
Yeah.
Now, he'll give it to him the first time. If he does it again intentionally, that
I was
could
going to say,
be
that
a
was a
stall.
smart move on his part.
Well, you have to be aware of that as a wrestler. You have to know exactly what you're doing and what's happening, what's going on. Same move again. Zach Richards is trying to do that shoulder roll, and he's not getting through with it. Eisenhart's covering his hips.
And Moreland and Thomas said, hey, they're going to get kick out of it. They were laughing over there in the corner. Time running out. We're going to go to the third, 3-0 lead for Henry Eisenhart. The Brain Trust, Keith Moreland, and Dave Tomasetti.
Zach Richards takes the down position to start this third period. He is down 3-0. Zach's got to keep coming. Zach Richards has to keep coming to his feet. Look for hand control. Top man must make an attempt to return him to the mat. You can't just drive him off the mat constantly. He's just told verbally, I think, by the official, stay on the mat. A lot of times there's not a whole lot you can do.
I was going to just say that. I mean, Richards is heading in that direction.
The rule book says you must make a valid attempt to return your opponent to the mat. Doesn't say you have to return them. And that's where a lot of people get confused. And back in the old days, you counted 5 seconds for stalls, and the fans would yell it. Some fans still yell it, but there's no point to it. Henry's got him broken down now. Out to the side with the one-on-one wrist ride.
Coming down to the final minute here.
There he is.
Closer
out to
than
the
the dual
side.
meet, but Eisenhart in control so far.
Absolutely.
Eisenhart 29-2. 23-5 for Richard. Looking for his 30th win. Stalemate.
You're on deck at 182 pounds for West Essex, Simon McDonald, Clayton.
35 seconds left in the third period. 3-0 in favor of Eisenhart over Paulsboro Zach Richard. Richard tried to do a little roll there with a wrist roll. Eisenhart just simply stepped to the other side and blocked it.
Look at that shot. All the Clearview wrestlers on the edge of the mat watching their teammate. You know, all year you heard about the three-headed monster or murderer's row or whatever you want to call them, but you know, you look at those lightweights, you look at Nucci, you look at Eisenhart, you look at Bonner. Clearview won because they're a team. 3-0 win Eisenhart. He'll win a district title, his first. After coming close last year.
Look at his teammates coming out to get him.
A lot of these guys have been around all 4 years.
I think that's just the love they have. Respect.
In the award ceremony at 160 coming up.
At 160 pounds in third place, you have Anthony Marina. In second place, you have Joaquin McPherson from Pensgrove. And in first place, you have Cameron Shields.
Shields' toughest match this year, he went overtime against Bushby of Kingsbury. So I guess you got to put Bushby in that mix when you go down to Region 8.
Oh, it's a tough region down there.
Get ready for 182 pounds. Jason Carter, 32-0. Skylar McDonald, 28-7.
Jason Carter from West Deptford is a senior. He came in via a bye in the first round. A 9-2 decision in the second round. In the semifinals in the third round, he won by fall in 106.
Jason Carter last year wrestled 195, finished third.
And Skylar McDonald from Clayton came in through a bye, a fall in 302 in the quarterfinals, and in the semifinals, a decision 6-0.
Obviously a lot more comfortable at his weight. Last year at this weight class, Kyle McMahon was a winner over Chris Soto of West Deptford.
Jason Carter started with an ankle pick there. He's come up onto a nice trip. Didn't secure both legs. Failed to secure both of them.
What were you telling me about Carter? Technically sound, or earlier today when you saw him wrestle?
Watching him through the season and through this tournament, I feel he's possibly one of the most technically sound wrestlers in this district. He doesn't tire. He's constant motion and movement. He's strong. He's aggressive. When he hits a move, he hits it with authority. I spoke to him a little bit between rounds and told him exactly what I thought of him. And he said, thank you so much. It's wonderful to hear those things coming from somebody who knows something about the sport. So I just think he's a very mature individual.
McDonald, his first trip to the finals, yet to place. He's a junior.
Jason Carter tried to throw by there. Looking for inside tie-up positions with the head there. 8 seconds left in this period, 0-0. Outside sweep single by Jason.
Nice job. How about that? Stealing two? Did he two? No, he did not.
No control.
Did not get it. West Deptford
Here
people are
comes
up. They don't like it.
I just read the lips of the assistant official, said good call. There was no control. Took him to the mat, but buzzer sounded before full control was gained. Clayton takes bottom to start the second period. But as you can see with Jason hitting that low outside sweep single with 8 seconds left in the period, just blasting through it.
Again, Nellis at 170 pounds. Please report to the awards presentation area. A reminder to all head coaches. All head coaches during outstanding wrestler bouts will be due.
Carter breaks McDonald down. McDonald comes right back to his base. Carter working on a one-to-one on the far side. McDonald's fighting for hand control underneath.
After the 106-pound final.
Nice job on top. No surprise at the score so far.
Please pull out your 50-50 tickets. Please pull out your 50-50 tickets.
Called a stalemate. Got blood time or something going on. I guess it's blood time. Yes, it is.
Winning 50-50 number.
John, I was telling you a little bit earlier that you have 5 minutes recovery from blood time that accumulates through the entire match. You have 2 minutes for recovery time from an illegal move that injures you, and you have 1 minute and 30 seconds injury time if you decide that you are hurt from not an illegal move.
How about a concussion?
A concussion, the rules have changed. If you have a concussion and it's been deemed to be concuspus-like syndrome or symptoms,
I should say symptoms. Yeah, if you have a concussion, you're out.
Symptoms, there must be a doctor on location to certify that you can continue. If no doctor is present, no one can say that you can continue. You're automatically done for.
All second and third place finishers do wrestle in session 1.
Minute 6 left in the second period. Great
Stereo.
minds.
How about that? Stereo.
Great minds think alike there, John.
Preliminary start at 5.
Carter scoops up that one-on-one on the far side. Looking for a tilt. Looking for what I call cheap points, looking for a tilt. So very powerful with it.
9-0-8.
Just want to try to get another one. Here it comes. Can't break him down. Cannot break him down. That just shows you how tough Skylar McDonald is on the
I
bottom.
was just going to say, we've been talking about Carter, but McDonald doing a nice job.
Oh, McDonald's doing a fantastic job so far.
He did come into 2C, but he's going up against an undefeated wrestler.
I wonder who his losses are at Skylar this year, if he wrestled up weights or what it might have been.
Right.
50-50 has been claimed. The 50-50
14 seconds, 0-0, second period.
Now, this is if you're Jason Carter. You do not want to let up an escape. You come this far.
There he is. He's got that tight one-on-one with a tight waist. Looking to tilt. He's looking to tilt again. McDonald has trapped that lower leg. And we will head into the third period, tied 0-0. McDonald will be on top. Carter will be on bottom.
Look at that, it's reversal. Not just the one, he gets the two. 2-0 lead. And in a match that's hard to get points, 2-0.
Is big.
Yep.
Especially the first points of the match also. If you looked at him, he actually did a step over. And I saw the gentleman from Penn State that you were talking about earlier tonight that redshirted as a freshman. He's a redshirt freshman, like #1 in the nation. He does the exact same move. He steps over his opponent when you're always taught never to step over, never to step over. But if you've got the hips and the strength and the mechanics and the ability, it may come natural to you.
By the way, what a wrestling factory Penn State is.
They have really turned the corner out there.
And they're getting, arguably, I say arguably, the top wrestler ever in New Jersey, Nick Suriano, next year.
And Carter got hit for stalling, riding parallel, even though he's got the one-on-one under control. He's riding parallel with it instead of getting out to the side.
Antonelli and Damager on the sideline for Clayton.
It's a real, oh, watch that shoulder. McDonald, one tough individual on the bottom right now with Carter on top. Carter's being very smart. He's got the underneath arm trapped. He's got the bar in.
And he's got riding time. Oh, there is no riding time.
But you see how he's playing the edge of the mat, not letting him get out. And the official, unless he determines he's not really working for the fall, won't even stop it. And we're down to 25 seconds at this point in time.
You look at the two wrestlers for West Deptford in the finals, or actually Fisher. Fisher pinned, wait, where did Fisher, he pinned. The last two wrestlers for West Deptford have yet to let up a point. Shields and Carter.
West Deptford came into the finals with 3 wrestlers. They may walk out very well with 3 champs.
Yeah, looks that way now. Does shut him out, 2-0. Nice job by McDonald. He's only a junior. He could come back next year. Carter the winner, 2-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
And here we are back, John, with the awards at 170 pounds. You have Radicchio from Pensgrove with 3rd place. Zach Richard taking 2nd place. And District 29 champion for 2016 is Henry Eisenhart from Clearview.
And more Clearview to come, 195 pounds. John Bonner, who did not start out, I don't think, at 195 when we were supposed to go here, right?
Not that I know of, no.
23-9. Actually, he wrestled 195 last year and won this title over Tyler Bernacki of Paulsboro, 5-4 in a tight match. And Nicholas Lemishuk, who was a 4th place finisher last year, losing to Carter at 195. So these guys back where they were last year. Lemishuk is 28-6. Clayton Glassboro.
I was so impressed with that 182-pound match between Carter and McDonald. Again, McDonald.
By the way, since we're getting right before we get started, we were talking about Suriano from Bergen Catholic. He's unbeaten, could be a 4-time state champion. In the last 10 years, we could have 3 undefeated wrestlers go through their high school careers. And this would be what? The 2nd, 4-time undefeated state champion. Scott Winston didn't win his freshman year because he got hurt.
Correct.
Why did it take so long, and is it easier to do it now? I don't think it's ever easy, obviously, but why did it take so long? And like Ashnault and Suriano could do it within like 3 or 4 years.
Well, the sport, you know, has become a large part a year-round situation for many of the wrestlers. Some of the larger guys, of course, play football and do different sports. They don't actually have the year-round commitment that some of the other wrestlers do. You look at people like Ashnault, Suriano, some of those wrestlers, the day after states, they're right back in the room wrestling again. So that's where the sport has gone. It's evolved. It's caught fire in this state. And a lot of people have dedicated themselves and committed to being the best they can be.
Campitano, I think from Bamberg, right? He was a 4-time champion, but I think he lost once in high school. No score here, a minute in.
John Bonner, seeded first, came in via the bye in the quarterfinals. He went for the fall in 16 seconds. In the semis, he won an exciting match, 10-8 over Josh Bailey from Paulsboro.
As we said, Bonner last year, district champ at this weight class, finished 4th in the region. And just again, reminder, today's coverage of District 29 Wrestling is brought to you by Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world.
And Lemishuk from Clayton came in. You got a cross-grain single out there by Bonner, trying to treetop it, back heel trips him.
Got the takedown with 2 seconds.
So vitally important to wrestle to the buzzer, that's for sure. Again, Nick Lemishuk came in via the bye in the first round. Took a decision 1-0 in the second round, and a sudden victory 6-4 in the semifinal round over Gabe Carson of Pittman. Lemishuk's got that one-on-one wrist ride with a crotch block. He's out to the side, now he's coming back to reset.
Say Lemishuk doing a pretty good job on top.
Look a hold, full Nelson looks like.
And we have
1
a
point green.
Now 3-0 Bonner. Second one in this match. I mean, of tonight, I should say.
Look a hold, full Nelson.
All right, so Bonner now with a 3-0 lead.
You noticed how Bonner pivoted on that foot, even though Nick had his ankle tied up. You can pivot with your weight on that foot, and the guy can't pick it. And then you can come right on out on him like Bonner did.
Well, now he's up 4-0. Halfway through this match. Oh!
Coaches from Clayton do not agree with that, with the takedown over there with the chairs in the way. That's similar to what happened upstate in some of the matches. It's just so crowded. People are right at the edge of the mat.
I think there should be maybe as the schools have to replace their mats next time, maybe they go to the bigger mat. Or maybe there's no size. The gyms can't handle it. I don't know.
That's one of the problems. If you go to the bigger mats of the size of the colleges are using,
like where's that scorer's table going to go?
Lemishuk in a cross train, out of bounds. I'm impressed with the movement in the upper weight classes here in this year in this district. So far, I've seen a lot of good penetration, a lot of good moves. Gabe Carson came back in the third place match and won 15-7 over Josh Bailey of Paulsboro. Carson's from Pittman. He's a senior. 4-0 with 7 seconds left in the second period.
And Bailey had to fight his way in his semifinal match with, Bonner had to fight his way against Bailey. Wasn't he trailing late?
Yeah, it came down probably to the last 10 or 15 seconds and ended up taking him down and putting him to his back and then winning the match by the score of 10-8.
Now 2 minutes away from another title, his second one.
He's got that nice little shrug throw body, but he doesn't pick the ankle enough. He doesn't pick the leg as it's going by. He must have done it 10 times to Bailey. Sucks him underneath. That's a tough position for an official to allow that to happen. When you snap the head down, you go underneath for going across the throat. It's something that came about a couple years back. They made us very aware of it. 35 years, John, this year, a certified varsity official.
Wow.
We have a stall warning for green for backing out. I look over and catch Tomasetti and Keith Moreland. They said, that's right, that's right. Counter shot.
At the ankle that time.
Shot, reshot, there it is. He's got to get up on his toes. He's got to spin. He's got to bury his elbow onto the mat. He's being blocked by a 3/4 Nelson there. And he's sprawling back, putting the pressure on that shoulder. You can very well give up 2 or even back points if he gets to it. Stalemate. Got 1 minute and 3 seconds left. 4-0. Clearview leading Clayton. Bonner's got to recall that he does have a stall warning. He's leaving that arm up in the air when he's going for it. See if he can set him down and capture both legs. He's got both legs. There it is.
Good takedown. 6-0 lead now.
I think he's going to cut him. There it is. 30 seconds. Looking to go headlock, upper body. That's what his saving grace is trying to be. The mesh up. There it is again. 3/4 Nelson, a tight position.
Well, an
16.
outstanding tournament for Clearview.
Oh,
They
hey,
still have Nucci to go.
outstanding tournament for Clearview. I'm so impressed with West Effort going out with 3 champs. Bonner just drops down on that single leg. He's got 7 seconds left. Cracks him down, covers the legs, covers the hips. Gonna win this match 8-1.
Second title for Bonner.
At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the awards presentation area.
Get another wrestler from Clearview, Vito Nucci, coming up. We're going to have the award ceremony at 182, right?
Correct. At 182, you had Holmstrom from Gateway take 3rd place. You had McDonald from Clayton take 2nd place. And Carter from West Effort with a 2-0 win, finishing 1st place as the District 29 champion.
Okay, now we go to 220. Vito Nucci of Clearview. 27-3. Way Miller. Gateway. 31-2. This could be a wild one.
Yes, it could. It could be a very, very interesting, very physical match. Both wrestlers like to bring it, that's for sure.
Way Miller finished 3rd at 220 last year. Nucci lost to Nico Savayanai of Paulsboro in the final 4-2. So Nucci has finished 2nd the last 2 years. Started his career at West Effort.
Nucci has this little throw by. You'll see him shrug it right past him. He drapes that hand in, and they attempted it, didn't quite get it. Way Miller is quite a lot taller than what Nucci is, so that may have an effect. Oh, what an ankle pick. No points yet, nothing yet. He's got to
Get it
cover
there,
that
though.
leg.
He got
There
it.
it is.
2-0.
Once he covered that leg, you got the 2 points coming.
Another one of those outstanding senior wrestlers who Clearview's going to miss.
Way Miller with a Granby rollout. Escapes for 1. Nucci with a snap down. Watch him. See if he tries that little throw by shrug again. Way Miller gives him that tie up. He's got it down. He knows what he's doing with it. shrugs one way and goes to the other side on a cross-grain signal.
Another takedown.
And then locked
Locking
hands.
hands.
You notice the official went down and told him he had two, he had two, he had two. Never released the locked hands.
Have a discussion about it or what?
No. I think Nucci is claiming that there was some other activity going
Right.
on.
It might have been. He got 2
And there's
points there,
one
so there
point.
was.
Yes, there was. So there's 1 point there for illegal. Now the Gateway coaches want to discuss it.
Coach Rudder wants to find out what's going on. Both wrestlers pinned their way through to the finals. Now it's 5. What are they changing it? 5-2? Maybe a point went to somebody else?
No. I think there's. I have it.
They had it at 6-1, I think, but now it's 5-2. So
Yeah, he's got 2 takedowns, and he had the 1 penalty point against Gateway, and
Maybe
Nucci gave up the penalty point for the locked hands.
okay.
And Wayne Miller had an escape earlier, so that gives you the 5-2 score. There's another escape, 5-3. Nucci has perfected that little shrug, throw by, and going down to the opposite side, cross grain, low ankle single. I wrestled with a guy from Long Island named Joe Russo that did this same exact move, and it was so hard to stop it.
It's funny, sometimes you know when move's coming and you just can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
Look at that. No?
Excellent call by Ron Roberts. Man did not have control. He was not hip to hip, and his feet were out of bounds.
That was a wild first period.
Red's choice, he defers. Red defers. Green takes down. Vito Nucci came in with a bye, a fall in the second round of 2:32, and a fall in the third round with 4 minutes. Frank Waymiller came in via the bye, had a fall in 3:43. Trying to tilt, he's trying to tilt, didn't get the count. And a fall in 1:31.
Wayne Miller's just going to watch he doesn't get a little sloppy. Almost tied him twice. Only down 2.
He's working hard for that tilt. He's got the one-on-one wrist ride. He's got a cross wrist ride underneath. Drops down onto the ankle to try to bring him back to the mat.
Wow. Whoa.
Potentially dangerous on the knee. Sure has gotten intense in here tonight, John, on this match. A lot of noise. Jamison Burrow from Pensgrove took 3rd place in this weight class.
Wayne Miller doing a great job on top, working.
There he is, drop back down again.
The same thing as the
He will
last
get
time.
called. He could get called for stalling for doing it twice if he doesn't do a different move. He's got to cover and go to something different. There you go. 30 seconds left. Nucci from Clearview up 5-3.
I think the third period's going to come down to conditioning, maybe.
It very well may be.
Both guys working hard.
Nucci's bracing right now. He's not really initiating a move. Ronnie Roberts is looking.
Ray Miller's going to run out of time in the second. You go to the third. 5-3, Nucci.
Coach is telling him to take down.
After the 106-pound weight class. Again, all our coaches, the outstanding wrestler bouts will be given to our field after the 106-pound weight class.
Ray Miller has to tie his shoelace.
Yeah, he was suggested to do that by the officials, so that's why there's no time on it or anything.
Oh, escape or reversal will be, or nothing yet.
Nucci was going to let him go, and Way Miller came right back in on him. There was no separation, so therefore there's no escape or no reversal at this point.
Nucci's still in control.
Yep, Nucci's in control. This is what I referred to earlier in the tournament about the funk. The guys with these ankles, they counter, they move, they hold, they roll. Got a three-quarter Nelson over there and a wizard. That wizard is what's giving him control right now.
Got the arm. He's got to get that arm out just to get the one. He got the one. Did he get two or one or not?
He's got one right now. He's got
Did he get
one.
anything? He got one.
I tell you, he's got one.
Got one. 5-4.
Never trapped the back leg.
Most entertaining bout of the evening so far. Not to pat you on the back, but you predicted this before the match started. You said watch out for 220.
Thanks, John. Seeing the whole tournament the way it goes, knowing the wrestlers the way they are.
It is loud.
I will also tell you that knowing the officials the way I know them, Mr. Roberts here has the quickest stall warning that you're going to get out of the four officials. But I tell you, John, there it is.
Yep.
Plenty of time left, too. He did not paint himself into a corner. "41 seconds, 5-4, Nucci over Way Miller this time.
He's turned this match around. Down to 25 seconds.
It's literally deafening in here right now with the noise level with the crowds around us. Tried another cross grain. He's got to shoot, shoot, shoot. That little move at the edge of the match made the difference right there. 7 seconds.
Clock's still running. Nucci's going to hold on. No! He
Yes.
did it!
He's
No,
holding
no,
on.
no! Nucci holds on the win. The Gateway crowd, actually most of the crowd, except for Kurt, were not happy with that ball.
John, I couldn't see that far over on the far side of the mat. I don't know if your cameras have it or not, but I'd be interested to see if he covered the leg or not. And when he covered it before or after the whistle, because they stayed in that position several seconds after the clock ran out.
Got the award ceremony. The heavyweight guys are all ready to go. We got to do the awards.
At 195 pounds, you had Carson.
Our mics died.
You had Carson. We're dead.
There we go.
Okay, Carson took third place. Lemeshchuk from Clayton took second, and Bonner from Clearview took first.
What it was, it just got quiet. We weren't used to it. My God.
Well, John, I told you, watch the 220 class coming into this. It was just something I felt through the whole tournament, seeing the way it was going down.
Griffin Mills, Gateway, Clark of Clayton, couple seniors. What can you tell me about Mills here?
Mills actually wrestled well down in the weight classes this year, and I think I was told by his coach they had to have him drink water to make the weight to qualify for the heavyweight round. Griffin was seated third. He came in with a bye.
By the way, that, we're just going to say that record for Mills is incorrect on the screen. He came into the tournament 17-13.
He came in with via a bye, then a decision 3-1, and a decision 2-0.
He's now 19-13. Clark has to be the heavy favorite.
Yes. Clark came in with a bye, a fall at 126, and a fall at 140. He loves the bear hug in the neutral position. Loves it.
Clark finished second last year. Nothing.
Trying to work the head pry.
Devontae Randall beat Clark last year, pinned him 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Of course, Randall went on to place in the States at heavyweight. We still got 106, and I think that's going to be a great match. Duke and Menino.
Has all the potential to, that's for sure. Griffin does a little sit out, turn in. Clark got high on him and he took advantage of it.
So he has the escape. It's now 2-1.
Mills just looks like he's having a good time out there. He's just a nice person out there, it looks like. Of course, I don't know too many wrestlers that are nice, but looks like he's enjoying himself.
Were you intimidating when you were out there? Did you try to intimidate?
Well, John, it was like this. I tried to be a teddy bear outside the circle. Once I walked in, I tried to do everything to harm my opponent, pin my opponent, and walk off the mat and turn back into a teddy bear. Wins the toss and takes bottom, even leading 2-1. So Clark is up 2-1, going in the second period.
Now 3-1. I love to see the weigh-in sheet here.
We might be able to come up with those weights if we get in touch over the head table.
Clearview walks away tonight with 6 champions.
He's working for that bear hug. He's trying to throw the arms up again.
And you don't want to go down low and take that shot because he can just land right on you.
Not unless you're going to do what they call a sweep single. A sweep single is way down around the ankle, way to the outside.
Tom Kroll could do that.
Tom Kroll, there was a few of them. If you go back to Matt Lauck, he won the state championship by doing the same thing.
Out of Pittman, right?
That is correct. Went to Temple University on a full ride football scholarship. But he would hit that low outside sweep single. And as a heavyweight, it's so hard to defend that.
A 3-1 lead for Clark, second
Stalling
period.
against Red, stalling against Mills for backing up. Catching our breath here at the heavyweight with the 285
No, I was just thinking that
pounds.
same thing after that 220 match.
Yeah, barn burner at 220. We're catching our break right now. Got coming up on 10 seconds left in the second period. 3-1 favor Clark over Mills right now of Gateway.
Period ends. We go into the third.
Mills takes down.
By the way, next week will be the last wrestling match for me. Calling it quits.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, John.
It is. Grandkids.
Mills.
Got too many two grandkids, 2 married kids. Different responsibilities. Here we go. Third period, 3-2. Oh, look at this. Oh! That woke up the crowd.
Mills came out off the bottom doing a shoulder roll.
That weight differential hurt right there.
Got his escape. Almost had a takedown after Carter extended himself.
3-2 now. It's a 1-point match.
Anything can happen now at 1 point. Anything. You have to remember that Mills has been hit for a warning for stalling. Carter's got to be aware of that also. I wonder if it's going to be tournament wrestling for Carter here on out. 1 point wins the victory for you. You move on. There he is. He let him in on that leg. Carter sprawls and drives him out with a front headlock. 56 seconds left in the third period. So, John, you're going to call it quits after how many years doing these districts? And all?
I think I started like 97 or 98, something like that.
Any plans for anybody taking it over from you, or is it just going to go by the wayside?
Well, we got a boy to the right who wants to take over the play-by-play action. We're going to see about that. Unfortunately, I'm not retiring completely from work. That would be the great time. 28 seconds. At some point, if you're Mills, you got to say, what the heck, and just go for it, right?
Yeah, he's got to throw it all out the window right now. He's down by a point. You got 20 seconds to go.
And I don't think he can go upper body, though. So I guess you do have to take that shot, because he's not going to do it going upper body.
He may be playing the clock so nothing else happens to him if he gets it. We don't know what's in his mind right now. I know earlier today and yesterday he hit that. Oh, he looked at it. He looked at that sweep single. He's got 5 seconds left.
And he's going to run out of time.
There it is. He just tried to hit it at the end. Not enough time. 3-2.
First title for Clark. Goes out his senior year with a title. One match to go. The award ceremony first at 195. We get ready for 106. Dante Menino and Nick Duca. By the way, this is a rematch of last year's final. Dante Menino came out on top 7-6.
And Nick Duco wrestled most of the season at 113 pounds for the team in many different places. When I heard he was dropping to 106 pounds, he was big at 113. He's big at 106 pounds.
Menino was sophomore, Duca a senior. Duca fourth as a freshman, third as a sophomore, second last year, also third in the regions.
John, at 220, the awards, you have Barrow from Pensgrove in third place. Waymiller from Gateway in second place. And Nucci from Clearview in first place. Your District 29 champion is Vito Nucci with a 5-4 decision in the finals.
Don't like the booing. Some of the people booing don't like that. Okay, here we go. 106, final match of the evening.
Now wrestling in the final of the night. The 2016
Paulsboro only one winner tonight, correct, Duca?
That is correct.
Wow, when's the last time that happened? I don't know that answer, so just throwing it out there.
What I tell you earlier, Menino has a very good counter shot. Duca went for the cross crane, came back out. Menino just went right back in for the cross crane on his own.
Duca 29-4. Menino 31-0.
You know, you question yourself, how does a person get second seed compared to first seed and head-to-head competitions? I questioned that myself when I saw some of the scenes, and they said it comes out to quality of opponent competition.
Oh, really?
That's one of the criteria that they look at is what type of competition and who did you wrestle and how good were they and what did they do and credentials that they have.
Wow. I was just scratching my head. I wasn't sure.
Front head roll, try to shove. Duca with a counter, come back up to their feet. Up at the groups this year in the championships, Nick Duca came away with his 100th career victory, from what I understand.
Yeah, over the 100 mark. I think his cousin is the leader in wins in District 29 history. Yep, Joe Duca, 155. John Van Brill, 154.
Wow, 155 victories.
Both of those wrestlers now, well, Duca was and Van Brill now in the Big Ten. Indiana and Rutgers.
Caution red. False start. Too quick on the whistle. Neutral position.
I remember in the days working with Nick Berchichelli, he used to be on this list. The leading wrestler wins 79 and 9. Now the 100th person with 100 wins has 92. 79 is blown away, as we talked about. A lot more matches.
That's right, number of matches.
We're going to have a scoreless first period here.
A lot of action, though. A lot of action took place.
Last year was 7-6.
Gateway wins the toss. He selects the down position. As we look at the scoreboard, 0-0. That's the proper choice, as we've discussed earlier. Paulsboro coaching staff, Duca and Duca. A father and a cousin on the bench with Nick wrestling for Paulsboro. Nino with a quick stand up. Duca with an arm, with a leg, single, 1 point escape.
1-0.
Hand fighting. Deep single. Let's see if there's a counter for it. He's trying to lift it, trying to set him. He does. 2-1. Duca takes the lead. That was a hard cross-grain low single on that shot, that's for sure. How about the assistant coach of the year in District 29 this year, that Nick Marino, who's been around for so many years. I never even knew they gave out an assistant coach.
Last year they started that. Matter of fact, Dean Duca got it last year. Paul Marina last year and this year, and a number of other times, the District 29 coach of the year, coaching the Group 1 state champion Red Raiders.
Yeah, that's something that was brought to the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame, that we ought to look at some of the assistant coaches that have put a lifetime of work into the sport.
Right. Do you have a contributor?
We do. We have coaches and contributors.
Well, there you go. Menino trying to get that takedown on the line. Just misses out. Still have 26 seconds left. 2-2, second period.
Both wrestlers know each other very, very well. You can see what they're doing out there. They're playing cat and mouse, trying to look for that small little opening, take advantage of it. So quick, so fast, opens and closes all the time. There's your counter shot, just what I told you earlier.
Big takedown for Menino at the end. Wow, big takedown, 4-2 lead. Especially with Duca starting on the bottom probably. Get those 2 points late. Big, big points.
That was that counter shot I told you. Duca went in, started to come back out, relaxed, and Menino shot right off of it.
Each wrestler with a takedown. Nick's brother Anthony started the evening off for Paulsboro with a win at 113. Or I'm sure didn't start. We started at 113. He's won at 120, I should say. Caution.
Both wrestlers with 1 caution now at this time. Not to reiterate too much, but again, you get 2 cautions before points. Giving up that takedown late in that period really hurts a wrestler. Menino with that deep claw. Drops onto that single. Escape 1 point.
Now 4-3.
Tries a sweep single. Too far out. Menino blocks the head. He's going to run with the head. Snap, snap. Try to reach.
Menino looks so strong, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Short, compact, strong. Duca try to get the single. Can't get it. Squares up again. Menino spins.
Got under a minute.
Come on, Mickey, get in there.
Duca again with a shot. Counter shot. There's that counter shot again.
And a takedown for Menino.
Menino
That could
takes
be
a
it. 6-3.
6-3 lead. 30 seconds left. Again, John, I told you that shot, reshot, shot, reshot.
So the Menino brothers could come back with a couple titles tonight. 6-4. Dukas needs a takedown in the final 20 seconds. No stall warning, so Menino can play it safe. But he's right in there locking up. Three seconds. That's going to do it. Final score 6-4. Dante Menino. What a battle, and they could be seeing each other again next week in Egg Harbor. We're going to stay up while we have the award ceremony for heavyweight and 106.
In your heavyweight class, you're going to have Jamie Bailey from Pensgrove taking 3rd place. You will have Griffin Mills from Gateway taking 2nd. And Tamoy Clark from Clayton taking 1st place. This year's District 29 champion, Clark from Clayton.
We'll wait for them to get called, and then we'll get to the other ones as we see them get their moment in the sun. And I remind you, as they get ready to go up and get their awards, today's coverage of District 29 Wrestling is brought to you by Atlantic City Electric. Electric for a changing world, and Atlantic City Electric helped us out all high school football season and came through the last minute, I mean the last minute, to help us to get the funds to cover District 29 and then next week Region 8.
John,
finals.
do you have any idea when this show will be airing on the local TV station?
Sure, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, noon and 8. And I guess the regions will be the same following suit the following week.
What time was that again?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, noon and 8 p.m. There we go. We're going to get the 106
pound weight class coming up here.
Getting her awards.
Going up.
And what we'll do after we have the 106, we'll take a break. We're going to try and get the most outstanding wrestler to come out. And I'm not sure who that'll be. I'm assuming maybe Firestone because he's a 4-time champ, but we'll wait and see who it is.
in 106 pounds, you have Nick Polizzi from West Deptford with a winner who was a 4.2 for third place. In second place, you'll have Nick Duca from Paulsboro, and the champion this year is Dante Menuno from Gateway Regional High School with a win of 6-4 in the finals.
It's tough for those 106 pounders because they just got done, so trying to get them lined up and over by the awards table. We want to make sure they get their time before we break. There we go, there we have them. We're going to take a break, be back with a closing interview and a few words. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Gloucester County College, or now we know as Rowan College of Gloucester County. John Mondelli and Dean Sizemore, and this whole weekend was Clearview.
Oh, it was outstanding, absolutely. They brought in 9 district place winners this weekend, and right in the finals, they were fantastic the way they wrestled.
And no surprise, they just announced Zach Firestone, the outstanding wrestler of this tournament, winning his 4th district title, the only 4-time champion in this tournament this past weekend.
That's correct. Just consider it, 4 times in a row, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, coming out as a champion. That just says their dedication and how well you're doing.
I mean, I think I'm getting in the way. We're going to get him. He's just getting his picture taken. Zach, come on in. We're going to get him. Congratulations. Come on in the middle. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was just bringing up. Tell us if this is true. The only dual meet you lost was your very first dual meet?
Yeah, very first dual meet. Freshman year, first match. It was a quad up at EHT, and I lost. I was up 5-1 and just got caught and wound up losing 6-5.
Before we continue talking about your tremendous career, talk about this team. The big win against Paulsboro, and everybody talks about Firestone, Van Brill, Atkinson, and we brought it up today, up and down that lineup, everybody helps out.
No, yeah, I mean, as you can see, we had 8 or 9 kids in the finals. It's a total team effort. We're a great dual team, and it shows we're a great tournament team, too. We got hammers up and down the lineup. It's not just murders row, you know what I mean? We have 170, 182, 195, 220, and then we got our lower guys, the young guys, the freshmen. I mean, they're practicing hard, they're wrestling hard, and they're getting to the finals, like you can see.
I was telling Dean when we watching you always look composed, and I might be wrong because I'm losing my mind here. Freshman year, it went down to you against Paulsboro?
Yeah, it did. I was wrestling up at 113, wrestled Timmy Robinson. We were down 2. We were down 2 or 3. I secured a major. If not, then it was just a decision, but kept my head and just had to do it for the team, you know?
So you love handling the pressure, and it's a tough 2 weeks. What do you have to do the next 2 weeks to get ready?
Just the same thing we've been doing every year, you know what I mean, every day. I got great practice partners. I got Mikey Van Brill, Stanley Atkinson, Audie Lee to practice with every day, and I'm wrestling a state caliber wrestler every day, so it's definitely awesome.
Question?
Just Zach, congratulations, first of all, on 4 times. I won't ask you a question like John did, losing your first match. That's all history. I want to know what you feel about Coach Tomasetti and what he's brought into your program the last couple of years.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Dave and Keith Wortham, too. Both of them put together, they're 2 great minds. They both wrestled in college. They both got close to placing. I mean, they're quality coaches, and, you know, to get all-American coaches like that, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Fantastic. Did he bring another level into the room with his experience and all?
Absolutely. I mean, he runs the room like a college room. So we're ready to go at all times. I mean, it's unbelievable what the room can do for you.
With you saying college room, any future plans you want to tell us about?
Yeah, I'm actually headed to Bucknell University, wrestling there. It's going to be a great time.
Excellent.
I got one more thing, because we noticed this in the consolations.
Yeah.
You guys were all on the mat, and one of the Clearview wrestlers advanced. You guys looked as happy as he was.
Oh, absolutely. One thing that Coach Dave always preached, and we all bought into, is family. We're a family. I mean, we have 9 seniors on the team or 10 seniors on the team. We're a family. We're just happy to see one of our guys get through because he works hard for it. You know what I mean? It's something special.
It's going to be great watching you the next 2 weeks. Good luck. Congratulations.
Zach, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you.
What a great kid, huh?
Oh, fantastic. What a well-spoken individual. Class act.
As we said, it was all Clearview this tournament. Paulsboro finished in second place. A lot of balance, a lot of great matches. We talked about 220, but up and down, it was a great night of wrestling. Dean, thank you very much. I appreciate you helping out. And for all of you watching, we look forward to seeing you next week for Region 8 competition.